Think back over your absolute favorite place to swim. Whether it's the perfect tropical beach, a water park you frequented every summer as a kid, snorkeling in a coral reef, or maybe just a good old regular swimming pool. Regardless of your choice, there's always a basic danger to swimming, since we can't breathe underwater like fish. Drowning is a real fear, and no matter where you go, it calls for caution and maybe even a good lifeguard to watch out for you. But basic safety aside, there are some places in the world where you should never swim. Welcome back to FinnaTravel. Today, we're going to teach you about 10 places you should never swim, even if they look perfectly safe to the naked eye. There are dangers in these waters you might not know about. Number 10. Galveston Beach, Texas. The ocean is beautiful, but powerful, and as you know, requires a bit more respect when swimming and surfing than any still body of water. Galveston County beaches in Texas, however, hold an even more unsettling secret. Marked by warning signs, these beaches bear the scars of human neglect, resulting in astonishing levels of pollution. I wish I knew that before taking my family to this beach just last year, where we ended up with tar all over our bodies and clothes, not to mention getting sick a few days later. 4 trillion gallons of wastewater flow into Galveston Bay every year from failing sewer systems, storm runoffs, and industrial complexes, introducing not just unsightly debris, but also dangerous elements like fecal matter.
That's disgusting!
The waters are so contaminated that some people reported respiratory issues, gastrointestinal sickness, ear and eye infections, and rashes on the skin. A recent EPA report even unveiled that 90% of Texas beaches tested positive for unsafe levels of fecal bacteria. This may be the most polluted beach, but there's an even more polluted lake we'll talk about in a minute. While pollution levels may vary from time to time, the question remains, is swimming in Galveston truly worth the potential risks? Number 9. Hanakapiai Beach, Hawaii. Hawaii! This should be great, right? Isn't it everyone's dream to visit Hawaii, soaking in that hot summer sun and swimming at the perfect beaches? Well, not every beach. While there's no great levels of pollution to worry about like in Galveston, Hanakapi'i has some serious dangers of its own. This beautiful beach requires a commendable effort to reach, involving a challenging hike. Okay, big deal. I'm sure the panoramic views are worth the trek, right? Well, maybe if you stay on land, because this beach is notorious for its fierce and unforgiving rip currents. Swimming here is very dangerous, even for the best of swimmers. This unfortunate reality serves as a stark reminder of Mother Nature's unyielding power.
Watch out for rip currents!
Upon arrival, a warning sign greets visitors, providing information about the perilous waters and a tally of how many have drowned. The sign is not necessarily an official tally, but it estimates that 80 people have drowned here, with many bodies unable to be recovered. Despite the warnings and obvious prohibition, people want the thrill of danger and continue to swim here. There are no lifeguards, and even if there were, it's so hazardous it could end the lives of any who try to rescue you. Even if you manage to escape the riptide, the nearest safe shore is approximately 6 miles away. Let's face it, there are plenty of other safe beaches in Hawaii that don't require such a long hike to swim in. Enjoy it for its beauty, but swim somewhere else. Number 8. Lake Karachay, Russia. During the Cold War, the Soviets were trying to win the arms race and fast-track their production of nuclear weapons. Their effort to achieve world power was riddled with cutting corners and avoiding safety concerns. What once was a beautiful lake in Chelyabinsk Oblast of Russia became a dumping site of nuclear waste in 1951, when the nearby nuclear facility could no longer use the underground storage vats. This small lake became a dumping ground for radioactive waste from the nearby nuclear waste storage and reprocessing plant, earning it the World Watch Institute's designation as the most polluted spot on the planet. The measured radioactivity level at 4.44 terabecquerels rivals the entire distribution from the Chernobyl disaster, but concentrated in one lake.
It's really bad.
Like end of the human race as we know it kind of bad.
The lake is so contaminated that exposure to its waters is fatal to humans in less than an hour. In the 1960s, the lake began to dry up, and in 1968, a combination of drought and strong winds carried radioactive dust, irradiating 500,000 people, akin to the conditions in Hiroshima after the atomic bomb was dropped. To address the ongoing hazard, the lake was filled with 10,000 hollow concrete blocks from 1978 to 1986, aiming to prevent sediment shifts. While the potential for the area to be cleaned remains uncertain, concerns persist that the radiation could eventually contaminate the Tetra River and the Atlantic Ocean. Swimming or even approaching Lake Karachay is virtually impossible, as the only way in is through a Russian checkpoint. Number 7. Great Blue Hole, Belize. Fascinating and freaky, the Great Blue Hole is precisely what its name suggests, a colossal hole over 1,000 feet wide and 410 feet deep in the middle of the ocean. Its unique azure hue contrasts brilliantly with the surrounding crystal clear waters, creating the impression of an otherworldly eye. It's almost as if a dormant creature waits to engulf unsuspecting swimmers. Located in the center of the Lighthouse Reef off the coast of Belize, the Great Blue Hole is one of the top 10 scuba diving sites in the world. Its depth raises curiosity about undiscovered deep-sea inhabitants that may lurk below. Believed to be a limestone cave system that collapsed and filled with water during the Ice Age, the Great Blue Hole is one of the largest underwater sinkholes in the world. For those daring to explore its depths, massive stalactites and stalagmites offer valuable insights into past climates and a variety of marine life, including reef and nurse sharks. While the Great Blue Hole offers a unique diving experience, only experienced divers should venture in. At 300 feet down, the water is dark, anoxic, and devoid of life. In 2018, a 3D scan of the hole was completed, and a submarine discovered the bodies of 2 divers at the bottom, where they remain, buried at sea. Number 6. Bondi Iceberg's Pool, Australia. Can't decide if you want to swim in the ocean or in a pool? How about both? The Bondi Iceberg Pool is a popular ocean pool complex located at the southern end of Bondi Beach in Sydney, Australia. Apparently, it's a whole thing down here. There's even a club with about 1,000 members that you can join that was started back in 1929 to get people swimming more during the winter months. While I get the novelty and agree that it's beautifully constructed, it's one of the most flawed and impractical aquatic facilities. The swimming pool is literally built on the ocean, subjecting it to regular waves splashing over the sides. Now, that might seem fun, but at high tide and rough seas, dangerous waves may come crashing over, and with it, other assortment of dangers. There have been reports of sharks swimming just beyond the pool. Imagine a shark, stingray, or box jellyfish joining you for a swim after being swept into your pool on an unsuspecting wave. We all know confined and frightened animals can pose unexpected dangers. While that scenario may be rare, it's often flooded with seaweed which shuts down the pool and requires cleaning. So, while the Bondi Pool may enjoy worldwide fame, spending a leisurely afternoon there might not be the most relaxing or idyllic choice. Number 5. Queensland, Australia. Australia presents a landscape fraught with potential dangers, ranging from agile jumping spiders and venomous snakes to the robust kangaroo capable of delivering life-threatening kicks. But don't think you'll be any safer in the surrounding ocean. The dangers extend into coastal waters with the presence of bull sharks, hammerheads, great whites, and saltwater crocodiles. Although attacks from these are quite rare and sighting them ahead of time can help, the true threat lies hidden and packs a deadly sting. Standing out among these threats is the box jellyfish. It's prevalent off the coast of Queensland, and more dangerous and lethal than you can imagine. Despite their modest size, measuring approximately 5.5 inches in both diameter and height, these jellyfish feature 7 to 9 tentacles adorned with finger-like extensions, growing up to an impressive 13 feet, but are very hard to see. These tentacles capture small fish and repel predators with a potent sting, but cause red, whip-shaped lesions on the skin, blistering and burning the site with intense, severe pain. The venom is formidable enough to fatally injure an adult human in less than 5 minutes. They are considered one of the most deadly creatures in the world, with a toxic venom that can cause cardiovascular collapse and respiratory failure. The mortality rate of box jellyfish stings can be up to 40%, depending on the severity of the sting or stings and your access to immediate medical treatment.
Nope.
Number 4. Kipu Falls. Another dangerous place to swim in Hawaii? Who knew?
Stop saying Hawaii in there.
The Kipu Falls are located on the southeastern part of the island of Kauai and require landowner permission to access. Without it, swimming here could lead to trespassing charges, which honestly could be the least of your worries. A short walk down a dirt path leads to a 20-foot waterfall flowing into a beautiful pool. But this allure comes at a high cost, as Kipu Falls has been a site of numerous injuries and unexplained deaths. Some incidents involve jump-related injuries, but even seemingly routine swimmers have mysteriously vanished, only to be recovered from the pool's depths later on. Beneath the pool are strong currents, slippery rocks, and hidden underwater hazards that make it a particularly dangerous place to swim. 5 trespassers drowned in as many years, prompting the Kauai Visitors Bureau to launch a campaign to push guidebook publishers to omit any references to Kipu Falls. In recent years, the Grove Farms company, which owns the property, has made efforts to keep people out by blocking all access to the deadly falls. Number 3. Boiling Lake, Dominica. Okay, so Kipu Falls is closed, but a secluded hot spring sounds nice, right? Well, yes, but just how hot? Nestled deep within the natural thickets of Dominica is a remarkable site known as Boiling Lake. It's the second largest hot lake in the world, approximately 200 feet across, in the Morne Trapiton National Park. This hidden gem features water perpetually shrouded in intense steam. The name says it all. The lake is filled with boiling water of 196 degrees Fahrenheit at its altitude of 2,600 feet. Would you set a pot to boil and then take a dive in?
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Taking a dip in this natural wonder would lead to severe burns or worse, being boiled alive. Fortunately, the billowing steam serves as a deterrent, ensuring that even the most daring visitors need not approach too closely to feel the intense heat. The boiling water of this natural lake is due to an unexceptionally rare phenomenon. The heated basin connects directly to the Earth's molten subsurface, with vents releasing scalding steam and gases into the water, causing it to instantaneously reach a boil. It's definitely a body of water to stay far away from, as even approaching the lake can be hazardous due to the intense heat and steam burns. Number 2. Cable Beach, Australia. Alright, come on down the mountain and back to the oceans of Australia. Cable Beach, spanning just under 14 miles, holds the dubious title of being the most perilous beach in the country. Despite its public accessibility and breathtaking beauty, just laying on the beach here comes with inherent risks. Well, if it's not pollution or boiling water, what makes Cable Beach so hazardous? Well, during the wet season from November to May, hungry saltwater crocodiles have been known to venture onto Cable Beach. Good luck relaxing while trying to sunbathe here.
You okay there, Mr. Crocodile?
While there are relatively safe areas, complete with restaurants and hotels along the coast, just stick near the crowds of people, as crocodiles tend to avoid them. If you're thinking of going off to a remote area of Cable Beach, think again, as your chances for encountering a deadly crocodile and subjecting yourself to the peril of their powerful jaws increases the farther you roam out. Before we get to number 1, I just wanted to say thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, be sure to share it with a friend.
And now, back to the countdown.
Number 1. The Red Triangle, California. Living in California can be quite appealing, but strictly in relation to weather, as the political and economic scene is driving out people from California for the first time in its history since 1850. Congratulations, Governor Newsom. You must be doing something right. Anyway, the state's extensive coastline offers an abundance of beautiful beaches to explore, although caution is advised when it comes to the infamous Red Triangle. Stretching approximately 50 miles from Bodega Bay to San Francisco, this triangular coastal area is visually striking. Despite its allure, the Red Triangle has gained notoriety as a hotspot for great white shark attacks, accounting for over 1/3 of such incidents. The sharks tend to concentrate in more populated regions, driven by the presence of seals, sea lions, and otters, irresistible prey to these great white beasts. While great whites don't specifically target humans, their difficulty distinguishing us from their regular prey can lead to potential dangerous encounters. If you're a thrill seeker, you just might attempt swimming at some of these locations, but don't say we didn't warn you. Just please no dying, okay? The world is a better place with you in it. If you enjoyed today's video, check out this other randomly selected one and let me know in the comments which of the 2 videos you liked better.